Welcome to the Hyborian Keep. I'm Old Man Hyborian. Here we review tales of Robert E. Howard's greatest character, Conan the Barbarian. Today we'll be reviewing Heroic Signatures in Titan Comics, Conan the Barbarian issue number 26. This won't be some fluffy review, it'll be an old man's honest opinion. And just as a heads up, there will be spoilers. So I don't want you to go crying to your mommy if I said something to spoil it for you. If you don't want the spoilers, go to the summary at the end. And if you enjoy it, please like and subscribe. And with that, let's get after it. Conan the Barbarian issue number 26 by Heroic Signatures in Titan Comics. The cover is done by Gerardo Zaffino. I like the cover. The colors are pretty cool. I think it's a very well done cover. Inside cover we have The Spawn of the Serpent God, the new Conan novel by Titan Books. It's not a very good novel. I have a review on that if you'd like to check that out. We also have the credits for Heroic Signatures in Titan comic team. We have the map. It identifies where the story takes place. And it starts off with the king of Zingara in the capital city of Cordova. So they're plotting how they can perhaps attack Aquilonia, and their first step was perhaps by conquering Poten, because they don't believe that the Count Trociro would help them overthrow Aquilonia. So therefore they're going to attack Poten. The Count, he's on his way back from the capital city when he gets ambushed, and he sees off in the distance that the capital city of Poten is being attacked. So then we flash back to the capital city of Aquilonia with the king, and the king's notified that Poten is under attack, but he doesn't want to send the army. He's going to send instead the mercenaries. So this is part one of The Conquering Crown, The Implausible General. Artwork by Fernando Dagnino, and Jim Zub is writing. I'm liking Fernando's artwork. It's improving with every issue. There's still a couple of quirky things there that he does that I don't care for, but overall, pretty good solid art. So the mercenary bands, they're called into action. On their way out, Conan kind of notices how the people of Aquilonia are oppressed. There's like a sickness in the air. They're heavily taxed, but he lets on that he doesn't care. So the mercenaries, they meet up with the Count. They plan an attack to see if they can get through the blockade that's around the capital city. So some pretty good artwork here. During the attack, the captain of the mercenary guard, he gets killed. So Conan, he takes over as the captain. And the Count has a plan how he wants to attack the blockade early in the morning. But Conan says, well, maybe let me go in to the attacking army's camp and raise a little hell and see if he can disrupt them enough that the attack would be successful. So the Count agrees to this. So Conan takes off with a few of his buddies. They end up at the camp. The general of the attacking army, he has a prisoner that he's going to have his way with, but Conan, he comes in and gives him a little bit of decapitation. And then overall they raise some hell within the camp, sends everything into a bit of a frenzy, and then off in the distance the Count sees that the enemy's camp's all in flames, so he decides it's time to strike. So the Count comes in and starts to attack the blockade. Meanwhile, in the capital city of Poten, we have another familiar character, Captain Prospero. So he rallies the troop within the city and they launch a counterattack. So this two-page spread is pretty cool, pretty good artwork here. It's the Great Battle of Poten. The only thing that I thought was a little bit weird was just, it looks like a woman kind of floating in midair there. I'm not quite sure how that really fits in, but overall, pretty good two-page spread. So meanwhile, word gets back to the king of Zingara that his
army has failed. So as the messenger goes into the throne to let the king know, the king, he's cut out because all of the people are all disgruntled because they actually attacked Aquilonia, and now the whole countryside is in a bit of a turmoil. And then we jump back to the Count, and the Count is talking with Prospero, how they won the battle with some unlikely allies, which is the mercenaries. So the Count tells Conan he's in his debt for everything that he and the mercenaries have done. So word gets back to the capital city of Aquilonia, and the Mad King, he's told that the Count was successful with beating off the invaders, and that some northern named Conan, who's taken over the mercenary group, is called the hero of the realm. So the king finds that fascinating and invites the barbarian general back to the capital city. So the artwork here is pretty cool. He does look like a mad king, and there's a little bit of a tidbit here with this symbol that we've seen in the past on a banner behind the king. So overall, I really enjoyed this Zub story, all leading up to when Conan becomes king. So I think this is actually one of my more favorite stories so far. So I'm looking forward to this story arc. See how Zub kind of spins this tale for Conan becoming king. And then we have an ad for the deluxe edition of Bound in the Black Stone. We have part 26 by Jeffrey Shanks, short story, Zingara. We have the cover gallery. Then we have some ads for some Conan merch, posters and t-shirts. So overall, I really enjoyed this issue. I'm looking forward to this story arc. I think there's some room there for Zub to really add to the story. So overall, excellent issue.
Well, there you have it. Another solid issue of Conan the Barbarian by Heroic Signatures and Titan Comics. The cover by Gerardo Safino was very well done, and I'm interested to see Jim Zub's take on how Conan becomes king of Aquilonia. The artwork by Fernando Dagnino, very well done. He still has a few things that are quirky, but overall, good art. If you are a fan of Conan, and you haven't purchased this series yet, you're missing out. Buy it, read it, and enjoy it. And with that, I bid you farewell.